Hello, and welcome to FPL Have a Beer, where I invite you to have a beer with me while I talk about FPL with myself or my great FPL chums. Please like to help get the video out there, and at the time of recording, we're on about 800 subscribers. The goal now, Trig, is to, and I forgot to turn my recording off. The goal now is to get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season. So if you could help me do that by hitting the subscribe button, it would mean the world to me. So today I am joined by two good friends of the channel. FPL Tom, who came back on all the way back in November for just my second interview in the series. And Triggerlips, who is on for the second stream in 3 weeks, I think, isn't it, Trig, or a couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think I did a Friday. Was it a Friday or a Wednesday? Wednesday one. Time, I think.
How you doing? How you doing, lads? All right?
Yeah, decent, mate. Happy to be back on the channel. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming on, mate. We were trying to do it about a month ago, me and you one more. We couldn't figure out the time. Yourself, Nick, are you back from you had a bit of a weekend away, did you?
Yep, I was up in Wellington. I'm back in Christchurch now. All settled back again.
Did you have a nice time?
Yeah, it's good. Get away. First time I've been away for a few months.
Okay, so what I'm planning to do in this one, first of all, we'll have a look. The team sheets are out. I'm sure most people watching will know. So I think most of the players are starting. I mean, Watkins is out. Asensio is out. Are there any other popular picks that aren't starting?
Well, Savinho and Foden, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah, and Foden, yeah. So there's quite a bit. I mean, I'm quite happy. I've got Mamouche as captain, Gavardio and Martinez and Rogers. So I'm happy. Are you lads missing anyone?
No, got everyone. KDB, Marmouche, Gavardio, Konza, Rogers. So I'm pretty happy.
I'm missing Savinho, but hopefully he will be on at some stage.
Yeah, hopefully. So just say hello to people in the chat. Hello, Roberto, Bateman, William, Sparta. Thank you for joining us. I know it's a busy night with a lot of content out there, plus the football as well. And also thanks hello, Andrew. Andrew Ferguson, who's a channel member. Please do check out channel memberships if you're interested by pressing the join button. Every time I plug channel memberships, Nick gets a bit annoyed. Tom, he's very not very friendly to my channel memberships. Okay, so what we're going to do, lads, we'll have a look at our teams, how we're getting on. I'm not going to enjoy that. Then we'll have a quick chat about chips, and it's probably a surprise to no one that all three of us are on free hit. So we'll go over all of our free hit drafts. Hopefully there's going to be a bit of difference between them. And then we're going to do some score predictions for the upcoming game week at the end. If that sounds all right with you, lads.
Sounds good to me.
Nice one.
How did our predictions get on last week?
I can't remember.
Elena's ones.
Oh, she hammered me. She got quite a few. She got the Chelsea one spot on. She definitely did better than I did, anyway.
Do you remember you did a FPL review free hit and a?
Oh yeah, which you
did your own. Who won that one?
I don't know. I haven't figured out. But I was shocked. Me and Yellow were shocked that you actually preferred the review draft over Let's Talk FPL Andy's.
That one did have Ruben Diaz in it, didn't it? So he kept a clean sheet. I think the review one might have won.
Quite possibly. But then again, saying that, my one would have been similar to the review one probably, and I've not done that. Actually,
it hasn't finished yet, has it? We're only halfway through the week. I keep forgetting that.
That's true. All right, so let's have a look at my team first of all. So I was on bench boost. Let me just get up my team from last week. 44 points, lads. So Raya in goal was 6. Kivior was 6. Kilman, so I basically got Kilman and Matsuawi in specifically for this week, and they both completely flopped. Kilman with 1, Gavardio with 6, Saka Vice 1, Eze 1, Sar 2, Rogers 6, Salah 3, Mateta 2, Marmoush captain 4, and then wait till you see this bench boost, lads.
Oh.
How many's
6 points. 6 points.
well, it's better than mine.
Well, do you know I didn't actually watch your last stream, Nick, because I turned it on and you said after about 20 seconds, "What a week! What a bench boost!" And I thought, if that person, I've got to be careful not to say that one word on YouTube, has had a really good bench boost. I'm not watching this bloody video.
You don't have to worry about that.
No, Steve-O told me afterwards he's done terribly. So yeah, 2 Martinez, 2 Isaac, 2 Missouri, and 2 Livramento. So pretty disappointing. As you both said, I've still got 4 players to play tonight, and then potentially 6 players to play tomorrow. Do you reckon there'll be mass rotation tomorrow for Arsenal Palace with the FA Cup in mind?
Possibly, yeah. I mean, Mateta's been poor recently. I could see him being dropped.
Really?
Yeah.
He's just been terrible recently. Since the head injury, he's not been the same player.
Yeah. Was it last week they pulled him off at half time? Was that the week before?
That was the game against City where they pulled him off at half time, yeah.
Yeah, he has been pretty bad. And then people are saying they'll rest up before the FA Cup. Was it Fulham they got at the weekend? I can't remember, yeah. So
it makes sense.
So I'm on 44, and at the minute it's sort of like I think it's a very, very small green arrow. I was about 300,000 at the start of the game week. So, I mean, my target is always to get to 100,000. I think I'm about top 100,000. I think I'm about 40 points off that. And, you start thinking, play the bench boost, play the free hit, start chipping away from it. But it doesn't seem to be happening at the minute. So, let's have a look at Tom's team. So, do you want me to read this out, Tom? Because I doubt you'll be able to see it.
65.
65, yeah.
Yeah, I can see it.
Do you want to read it out for anyone listening on the audio?
Yeah, I'll go for it. So we've got Raya in goal with 6, Kivior with 6, Munoz with 5, Gavardiol with 6, Saw with 2, Bowen with 9, Salah with 3, KDB with 3, Mateta with 2, Isak with 2, Captain Marmoush with 4. And then if you want to just scroll down for us a little bit.
You're on bench boost as well? Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm on bench boost as well.
Nice.
Areola with 3, Rogers with 6, Konza with 2, and Saliba with 6.
Nice. Is that really your bench, though? Would you have really... I mean, it doesn't really matter. Would you have really started Bowen?
Yeah, I think I would. I think I genuinely would. But the reason I put Rogers on the bench is because every time he's done well this season for me, he's been sat first sub on my bench.
Right,
so I thought, well, if we're playing the bench boost, we might as well continue the theme and just stick him first sub and hope for the best.
Fair play.
Bench boost. It would have been even better with Bowen on.
Yeah. So you're already on. I mean, everyone says that the safety score, the one you want to get from a bench boost, is 16, and you're already on 15 with 3 still to play. So that's pretty darn good.
It makes such a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah. I went for the big gamble of the triple Arsenal defense over Saka. So game one, it's gone well so far with a nice clean sheet.
Oh, you haven't got Saka here. That could.
This is the thing. It's looking good right now. It could very easily look terrible after tomorrow evening, and Saka's punished me. But hopefully, KDB pulls out some wonder magic tonight, and then another Arsenal clean sheet will go a very long way to a big green arrow. Yeah,
so you decided to take was there any nostalgia involved in the decision to bring De Bruyne in with him leaving and all that?
Yeah, I said it in a few videos on the channel. I remember a couple of years ago, he played Wolves. I can't remember if it was a double game week or a single game week, but there was a Wolves fixture midweek. And I remember being sat in the gym, and he got I think he picked up a hat-trick within the first 30 minutes of the game, and I had him captain for that week. So I was just like, look, he's got however many games left in his City career. I think Pep's just going to run him into the ground because he doesn't care, and he'll be begging to play him every single week as well. So I just thought, let's just run it back, let's enjoy it, and let's hope they get another double game week in 36 because he'll be a great captain for that one. I think.
I remember that game week. I don't know if you remember, Nick, because I know you're a big Black Box fan. I remember as captained in that week when he did really well against Wolves and wouldn't shut up about it for really ages. It's about 3 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you're pretty happy. So where are you in the? How's your season going? Where are you in like the overall rankings and that, Tom?
I'm currently 10k. I think like 10.5 before tonight's game. So
very nice.
Pretty decent. I can't complain, to be honest. It's been a good year.
Very nice. I was saying to the lads before we started, I spent 3 hours chatting with Mira FPL Mez this afternoon. A very long interview. She was 5,000 in the world, and now I've got interviewing someone with 10,000 in the world. I'm not getting jealous at all. All right, let's have a look at Nick's team. Nick, can you see it, or do you want? Oh, you got Henderson to go. That's nice. Can you see? Do you want to read it out, mate?
Henderson, Kyrgios, Saliba, Guardiola, Savinho, Saka, Rogers, Salah, and Marmoush and Marteta.
So your first 11.
Got my bench boost back.
I know. I'm just saying your first 11 itself hasn't done bad.
No, the first 11's done all right so far. I'm a bit worried about Savinho now compared with De Bruyne and
come on, we're on the bench now, Nick. Read it out for us.
Yeah, disaster. Only game he's missed all season, Wan-Bissaka. I've got him in on the wild card, and that's just peak FPL. That's what happens, isn't it? Manager said he'd probably play, but he didn't. So I didn't have any transfers to change from. I could have used hits to get a better bench boost, but then it kind of defeats the object a bit, doesn't it?
Was he injured? Or just dropped?
Yeah, he's something wrong with his toe, I think. Had an injection in his toe.
It is unlucky, but that's why when you bring players in for bench boost, like we did few weeks before, there's always a risk of something like that. But we
should have just got Conser, because at least Conser's got 2 games. I don't know why I didn't get Conser, really. It was dumb.
Well, City Newcastle, it's not...
Yeah, I know, but at least it's 2 fixtures. I guess Wan-Bissaka had a decent chance if he played, didn't he?
Yeah.
Who knows what would have happened if he
played? I got really frustrated because that Kilman, he was on 6 points plus 3 bonus, I think, until Southampton equalised in like the 94th minute. I mean, I'd have been on I wouldn't say a decent green arrow, but I at least would have been on a green arrow if that had stayed in. So yeah, that was a bit frustrating. And so you're on. How many points are you on?
I think we need Martinez to save a De Bruyne penalty today, don't we?
Let's not have that. Come on.
We do.
He's not even on penalties, is he? Or maybe he is.
I think he will. I think he will be with no Haaland. Yeah, I think he will be the penalty taker. I mean, Gundogan takes penalties as well for Germany, so it could be him that steps up.
So you're on 52 points, Nick. Back just outside the top 100,000. So you're not on a bad week, are you? Not.
No, it's just a bench boost, really. You expect when you play a bench boost, you're going to get a nice green arrow, but it might not happen this week.
Well, you're looking more likely to get a green arrow than I am, mate. So always look down at the less fortunate. That's what I say. But
I saw a team on Reddit yesterday. There's people that have been using their assistant manager, and it overlaps with game week 34, and they've realised they can't use their free hit chip this week because their assistant manager's active. So
yeah. Anything interesting in the chat, Tom?
Just having a look now. People just giving their ranks as well. 92k with a 5k green arrow for FPL Yellow Army.
Nice one, Roberto.
Mikulenkovic heartbreak for a lot of people as well, it seems, on the bench boost. Obviously, Forest conceding quite late yesterday. That's about it, really. People want Digne to score as well tonight. Nah, we're good.
I'll give Roberto. I don't know if you saw that he did two match of the day streams, which I haven't actually watched them yet, but apparently Steve-O told me the first one was very good. So because he's writing up his dissertation, so he didn't watch any football until match of the day, and then watched them both and recorded himself watching the entire match.
Oh God.
So I'll give those a shout out. They're apparently quite entertaining. Steve said I should have gone and watched them to make me myself feel better. Okay, so as usual, I always say this: the thing that I have to say, thank you so much to the work of Ben Crellin. I've got a thing, Tom, where like you have to say this, in content creator land, for the brilliant work that he does with these tables. So, I mean, I'm sure you'll all know. Have we got any more information over the last week? I mean, the odds look a little bit different in terms of the predicted double game weeks.
Tottenham are more likely to have a double now, aren't they? Because
why's that?
Because they went through in Europe.
Oh, okay. So they have to fit it in that week.
Yeah,
right.
So something.
I mean, there's not much thinking about. I mean, what? Yeah, I was going to ask you this. What? So I have only got 3 hit left, which I'm gonna obviously. Well, I've got no players this week, so I've already hit it. Tom, what, have you got any others left?
Just 3 hit for this week. Nothing else left.
How are you planning to deal with? Are you like decently set up for the remaining 4 after the 3 hit, or are you just going to play it by ear?
I think I'll play it by ear, see what teams double really, because if you think it's like Spurs and Villa, I've already got Rodgers, I've already got Konza, so I'm fine from a Villa perspective there with that. But then the Spurs players, is there anybody really standing out that I'd want? Maybe Brennan Johnson, but outside of that, I really don't think there would be anybody that I'd be like dying to get my hands on. So maybe I just don't have any Spurs players for the double if they were to get it. Obviously, if City get it, I'm already triple City. So I think I'm in a pretty decent position. It's just if, like, say, a Forest get it or a West Ham where I'm not as in a kind of better position that I need to be, really.
We've got Villa, we've got Man City in case that happens. Would you target anyone from Spurs or Bournemouth, Trig, if those doubles happen? Because I mean, we're only going to really have 1 or 2 free transfers if we save them up, even, aren't we?
Yeah, we're not going to have many, are we? Really?
No.
So you just, and also they don't play the next week, whoever you get in. So
right.
You only really want the top assets. There's no point having fillers because they're just going to, they all play the same amount of fixtures, don't they? Basically,
I didn't know that. So if they double in 36, they blank in 37.
I think that's pretty much right.
Right. Okay.
Might be wrong, but
that really puts, unless you've got a free hit that you're actually using in that game week, then that really sort of takes the power out of, as you say, you've been able. I mean, you probably get a captain in, wouldn't you? And then that would be about it. Oh, that's interesting.
If you have more than 4 double game week players, you're not going to have a full complement in 30. So that's why I've got Henderson and Martinez as my 2 keepers, because one of them's guaranteed a double and one of them's guaranteed a game in 37.
Nick, you've still got your assistant manager left after the 3, haven't you? Any thoughts? Any thoughts on where that's going to go?
It's so annoying. I think I might just stick it on City and keep it there. But the trouble with that is then I can't get De Bruyne. So I just take Savinho out and get Pep in, I think. But not having De Bruyne's a bit of a worry because he's a good captain against Wolves in 35. And a double game week as well. But I guess you're just going to captain Marmoush, hopefully. Hopefully Marmoush does something tonight.
So you'd go Pep and then presumably to just
keep it on Pep. Because
really?
I haven't got the transfers to muck around with it too much.
Yeah, I guess so.
So Pep's got a double. I get 4 fixtures of Man City and
Tom,
there doesn't look like many good table bonus games, isn't there?
No, Tom, if you still had the assistant manager, where would you be thinking of using it, or who on?
Maybe Villa.
Yeah, maybe Villa. I think I'd probably agree with Nick, though. I think Pep's probably the easy option. You've got Wolves if they get the double, Southampton and Bournemouth. I think that's probably the way that I'd go with that one, to be honest.
They're going to win all that. Well, they should win all those.
You'd imagine they'd win all those. Obviously, they need to still get top 5.
Oh, hang on. They won't have a game in 37. That's the only thing. So whoever I get, I'm going to have to change it. That's going to be awkward. That's going to be awkward because I'm going to want transfers in 37.
Yeah, I guess you could probably look at maybe like a table bonus in 37 to go for.
I don't know who though.
Spurs Villa, would that
Yeah, Spurs
potentially be one?
Villa.
Oh, but they won't be.
Really?
They won't be playing though, will
Put
they?
it on,
They won't be
put
playing.
it on
Yeah.
Tottenham. I don't know about that. Really.
Yeah.
Kept thinking Man United were going to become good and they could stick it on them. But
What about this for a chat? Brentford.
where are United? I can't see them on there.
Brentford Fulham. Would that be table bonus?
I don't think so. Let me just check.
Where's Man United on this list? I can't see them. Are they off the screen at the bottom?
I'm gonna search. I'll see if I can find them. They are down here. They've got Chelsea.
1, 2, 3. No, you couldn't get table bonus for Brentford.
No, it's a bit slim pickings.
Could try it on Everton. Everton could be one because they haven't got a double vote. No, I think I'm going to have to go Man City and then change it.
Well, they're at home to Southampton, so you'd like to think you'd at least be guaranteed a win, but you're not going to get any table bonus on it.
The trouble with Man City, though, it means I won't be able to get De Bruyne in. I can only have 2 Man City.
So you're thinking of getting him in for 36?
35 I was looking at
35.
for Savinho for that Wolves match.
Okay.
I mean, he's the best captain, isn't he? Who would you captain in 35 if you're not captaining a Man City player?
I've not even thought that far.
I mean, Salah's always a shout, isn't he?
Yeah.
Chelsea, though.
Chelsea look dismal at the moment for me.
Yeah.
They might have already won the league by then as well.
Yeah.
But some people have been saying to me, I mean, Mira was saying to me actually today, she's a Liverpool fan, that she reckons they might like loosen up and actually start playing some more free-flowing football then when they've won the league. And I mean, they've got nothing else to play for. They're not going to be resting players, are they?
No.
So I reckon Salah might be a big asset still in terms of what's to come between now and the end of the season. But okay, shall we go on? So all three of us are on free hit. Let's start with Tom's draft. So Tom, do you want to read it out or do you want me to read it out, mate?
No, I'll read it out. It's fine.
Yeah.
So we've got Leno in goal. We've got Sessegnon, Shaw, Ait-Nouri, Luis Diaz, Bowen, Salah, Jacob Murphy, Danny Welbeck, Cunha, Isak. On the bench, we've got Areola and Buemo, Nico Williams, and Cucurella.
Okay. I'm going to ask the chat to rate each free hit draft. So if you guys in the chat could give us your rating for this one. So talk us through your thinking here. So you're quite strong on Fulham defence. Do you think that's why is everyone going on so much about Sessegnon this week? Am I missing something there? I mean,
he's playing as a winger at the moment.
Right. Okay. Because no one was near him earlier on in the season, were they?
No, yeah. I think it's because he's playing either right wing or left wing in this Fulham side at the moment. So to get a defender that's basically playing as a winger, you might as well take full advantage of that. I was gonna look at Jose Sarr because I would have preferred Wolves at home against Leicester, who I think have only maybe scored 2 since Christmas. It's something really bad like that. They've been terrible, but he's out injured, so I don't know who the goalkeeper's going to be. So I'm not going to faff around with that kind of. So we've still got Ait-Nouri in there, who I think is just going to be a pretty template.
Bentley, won't it? I think he played last time.
Yeah, they've got Bentley. They've got Johnson, who used to play for Palace as well. So I just don't want to.
Oh, you can't have 2, can you? Because you have 4 players then.
Yeah, I just don't want to. I just save myself the headache. Go Leno.
You could risk it though, because I mean your bench keeper will definitely play if the.
Yeah, true.
We've got the.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, they kept a clean sheet, didn't they? Did they keep a clean sheet?
Leicester. They was 1-0. Wolves. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, they're not going to change their keeper, surely.
Nah, let's have a look who went in.
So Jacob Murphy, I've not seen him. I'm going to try and pick out the more outlandish ones. Bowen and Jacob Murphy, I've not seen them in many drafts. Diaz and Salah have seemed to be seen quite. What's your thinking behind those two?
Yeah, Jacob Murphy, I've actually cooled on a little bit. I was looking at, I did a video last night on the Fantasy Football Hub AI draft for this week, and it had not Ashley Barnes, Harvey Barnes in it. And I was looking at his numbers in recent weeks. It's 6 weeks in a row now that Harvey Barnes has returned.
Do you think he's got? Do you think he's gone like? Because I was thinking it would be like going for him would be like going for, chasing points, but it's starting to get to the stage where he's actually showing enough for. I mean, my thoughts. Because Mira asked me about this. My thoughts is I can't be 100% sure that Murphy, Gordon, or Barnes are going to start, and I just when I've got the power to literally choose anyone, I don't want to. I don't want to. What do you think on that, Nick? Have you got a Newcastle player, your draft midfielder?
I kind of agree with you. I'll talk about mine in a minute when it comes up. But I kind of agree. I'm torn myself between which one to get. I mean, with a fixture, I think you want one of them, but it could any of them could get benched.
Yeah.
So I think Aiton Yuri's in all our drafts, a Newcastle defender. I guess the other two. I mean, I have got Welbeck in my draft, but we're looking. But Bowen and Welbeck, why those two? I've not seen them much.
Bowen's in a really good vein of form at the moment.
Yeah.
I believe it's 3 attacking returns in his past 5 games for him. I've also got a massive soft spot for Jared Bowen, to be honest. He's just one of those players that every single year he ends up in my team. And he is a player that I really, really do like. And I just think he fits that talisman kind of profile that I always look for with players, where they're just 90-minute men. They're usually involved in some sort of goal involvement when the side scores as well. It's a shame he's not the confirmed penalty taker, because that would make him like 100% in. But I am tempted with Mbeumo because I saw he's on my bench. I'm tempted to play Mbeumo over Bowen, because I saw that Forest over the past 5 game weeks are 17th for XG.
I saw that, yeah. I saw that.
Yeah, so I'd be really, really tempted to play Mbeumo because, again, he fits that profile, 90-minute man. He has the penalties and arguably plays for a better side this season in Brentford as well. So I think it's probably going to be a coin flip for either of those two, Bowen or Mbeumo. In terms of Welbeck, I originally had João Pedro lined up as the player I was going to go for. Again, penalties, I absolutely love penalty takers. I think it's one of the most broken things within the game. But Welbeck's probably now going to be on penalties because he's suspended for 3 games. There's not really too much competition in terms of other forwards. So I've gone with Welbeck. West Ham defensively as well this season have been a little bit of a car crash at the back. So I think he could be a nice, fun, differential pick. Because I think that's kind of what the vibe I've gone for. I've gone for a mix of consensus picks, so your Aït-Nouri's, your Cunha's, your Isaacs. I've gone with Salah captain because I still think he'll be the most captain player this game week. And then there's just a sprinkle of differentials in there that if they go off, they could be the difference between me finishing inside the top 10k or just outside of it.
I think Yelena might hate me because she said she wanted to bring. Well, I'm not saying that what I say affects Yelena, but she said she'll bring Bowen in with the scientific thinking that she'd had a dream about him and he saved her in a shipwreck or something. And I don't think she went with him, and obviously done really well. Craig, what do you think of this draft? Please do give us a rating for the draft if you can in the chat. Craig, what do you think of this one?
Yeah, it looks very good. There's nothing to complain about there. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Pretty standard, isn't it? I mean, Bowen's a good one, I think, because Brighton are rubbish at the moment, aren't they?
Yeah.
Absolutely hopeless. So okay. West Ham don't score that many goals, though, do they? It's sort of been getting 1 goal every week, haven't they?
Yeah, they don't score many, but like I said, if it usually they do score, Bowen's the one involved with it. So if they win 1-0, he's probably picking up all 3 bonus out of it.
I can see what you've got him, especially after getting 9 points from him this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we haven't got any ratings in it, so I'm going to rate it. I'm going to give this one 7. 7.
Okay.
I'm going to give this one. Trig, we'll rate each other's.
I'll give that one an 8. 8 I'll give that one.
Yeah, 10. All right, let's have a look at yours, Craig. If I can find it. So, yeah, a few differences
I haven't spent too much time on this one, but
I went Read it out for us, Trig, first. Few more.
Pope, Trent, Ain't Nori, Sessegnon, Mabuemo, Gordon, Palmer, Salah, Cunha, Wood, Isaac, and a bunch of randoms on the bench.
money, I guess that is it.
I didn't have much money for the bench, and I didn't want to have too many people playing in one match just in case one's postponed for any kind of strange reason. But
So, Nick,
so I put bench players on from different clubs and the ones in my first 11.
So, Nick, maybe you could talk through the picks that weren't in Tom's team. So I'm thinking Pope, Trent, Palmer, Gordon, Wood.
Newcastle, they've played so many matches, they didn't rotate at the weekend and they got smashed. They're due to rotate, I think.
Yeah.
Pope probably won't get rotated, and even if he does, I've got another keeper, so it doesn't really matter too much.
Yeah, you got Leno, yeah.
So I thought about Livramento, but he could be rested. You know, he's played a lot of games lately, so I just thought I'd put Pope in there.
Trent?
And Trent, obviously how fired up he was when he scored that goal. You can see he's like 100% committed still, isn't he? And we all thought he was just going to like waltz off and like a bit out of favour, but he's obviously still.
But he didn't start. So, I mean, what?
No, he didn't. Bradley wasn't that great.
No, but what gives you? But I mean, being realistic, they've won the title now, haven't they? Pretty much. Like, what gives you?
Well, he's been out injured. Yeah, but this is the game where they could win the title, and Trent's been a big part of that. He's going to want to be part of that. He's not going to. Do you know what I mean? Bradley wasn't great the other day.
What do you think of Trent, Tom?
I really like the Trent pick. Again, he was in the AI's team from Fantasy Football Hub, and I do really like Trent as a differential pick within the back line, because in the game you saw that there's just night and day difference between him and Bradley, and I think if he's fit to start, why would they not start him to wrap up the league? I think he could be, again, another one of those players that's a little bit of a risk heading into the week. But if Slot gives you good confirmation, like, yeah, Trent's in a good place, he's probably going to play, I think I'd be tempted to take that gamble as well.
And he's a good one too, because people that aren't free hitting, they're not going to have Trent. So,
yeah.
Good point.
He's an ideal one just to get on a free. I think once they've won the league, then they're going to let Bradley play, and Trent will probably just play the last home game or whatever. But
so what about? Sorry.
Who else have we got? Gordon.
I'm
not
Palmer.
Sure about this one. I haven't decided yet on Gordon, but he hasn't started a game since he came back, and he's due to start one. So I'd be surprised if he doesn't. The others have been running to the ground a bit over the last few weeks.
Palmer,
yeah, he's there by default. I mean,
what has happened to him, lads?
He's absolutely hopeless, isn't he? But he's got to score sometime. They've got to get a penalty soon.
What do you reckon's the matter with him? Do you reckon there's something going on behind the scenes with the man? I mean,
no, it's Maresca. Maresca's ruined him.
Yeah.
I mean,
he's playing him in the wrong position, and Palmer's probably had enough of him.
I mean, what is it? One goal.
Maresca he'll be back to normal.
Was it one goal in like 3 months or even?
Yeah, and only one assist, I think. He's
ridiculous.
Been creating a lot. He just hasn't been scoring them. But I couldn't really find anyone else to put in, to be honest. I mean, Bowen sounds interesting. I think I would go with Palmer.
And Chris Wood? I mean, I'd have him in my draft.
Yeah, I'm not sure on Chris Wood yet. I haven't decided completely, but I'm trying to play it quite safe with this one because I've got my assistant manager to come. I just want to I don't want to risk not having a good week this week. Do you know what I mean? Just having a free hit should be enough to get a green arrow, I think.
Yeah.
Don't have to try and be too fancy about it.
I mean, your bench is quite.
The bench is they're just 4.5s, basically.
Yeah, and I mean, if someone like Trent or Gordon doesn't start, they're going to come on. So I guess your bench doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I'd be very surprised if any of 11 don't play any minutes at all.
Tom, your thoughts on this draft?
Yeah, I like it. I think there's some picks that I hadn't really thought about. I like Chris Wood as a pick. Obviously scored last night. I think it is that third striker spot that could have a big impact on people's free hits, because I could definitely see it being one of those weeks where somebody like a Chris Wood goes off and people have maybe overlooked him. Or you go against him and you go for somebody like a Welbeck or an Evan Nielsen, who's been doing quite well over the past few weeks. And I do think it is going to be that third striker spot where a lot of rank is going to be lost and gained. So I do like the Wood pick. And I like the Trent pick as well. I'm definitely keen on trying to get Trent into mine somehow.
What about Palmer? I mean, he's in mine.
Yeah, it's just one of those. I feel like there's room to go against Palmer for me personally.
I mean, let's talk FPL. Andy did say he at this stage he will almost be a differential against people that are not free hitting. Maybe even against people that are free hitting.
I think the good thing that could work for Palmer is Everton have got no Tarkowski for the weekend, so that's a big blow for them defensively.
Nothing really to play for.
He scored a hat-trick against them last time we played him, didn't he? But that was a different Palmer than the one we got now.
Yeah.
I do think there's a chance that when he gets that one goal, he will do like a 4-goal game. I mean, it probably won't be this week, but you see, you know what I mean? Someone who's that good and is out of form, they break it, and then, you know, we've seen it so many times down the years. Roberta saying no chance I pick Palmer. Yeah, he has been frustrating. What would you? So I'm going to give this one a rating of. I'm going to be a bit harsh. I'm going to go 6, Trig. What would you? What would you give this one, Tom? Just because I don't like. I just think there's too many. Gordon, Trent. I just think there's a chance it could go wrong, and yeah. Tom,
I like it. I think I'm going to go for an 8 on this one.
Okay.
I think even if Gordon doesn't start, he's going to get minutes, isn't he, against Ipswich?
Yeah, but is he going to do anything in those minutes?
Yeah, but we don't know Murphy's going to start, though, and we don't know Barnes is going to start, do we?
No. Okay, well, that brings us on to my one, and I do not have... you
haven't got any of them, I guess.
You can both rip the shit out of my one, which is largely based on an FPL review, but I will say it's because I haven't really had time to actually... I haven't sat down and really thought about it that much myself yet. So I have gone with Becker in goal, Alison Becker, Aiton Yuri, Livramento and Trippier at the back. I did want Shaw, but I couldn't, because he's been on quite good form recently. He's got a few goals. Shout out to Alex Volo, who captained him, I think, recently when he scored. Palmer and Buemo, Clivert, who wasn't in either of your drafts, was he? Salah, Cunha, Welbeck, Isaac. So the same front three as Tom. Sanchez, Luis Diaz, Estupinian, who is another one that was very popular. I don't think either of you had. I mean, he's in a lot of drafts. And the Wolves lad, Acabado. Is that what I say that? Just because he's 4 million and he is starting. So, lads, I'll just ask you guys, rip me apart, tell me what you think, question me.
Did Clivert play at the weekend? I didn't get a chance to look at the Bournemouth side.
He did, I think. Yeah. I don't know if he came on as a sub or if he started. Do you know, Nick?
No, I have no idea.
I'm just gonna have a quick look at his minutes.
I mean, I know he's not flagged now, is he? So he must.
I don't like Clivert as a pick much.
Why?
I mean, he had that great run when Evan Nielsen was out, but now it's more about Evan Nielsen, I think. Even Clivert's back, we don't know if he's back in the same form. He was out for quite a few weeks, I think, wasn't he?
Has he lost penalty? Has he lost penalties to Evan Nielsen?
I don't know about that.
No, I reckon Clivert will be back on them.
I mean, I just think Man United are so crap. I want to have something.
But they're not, though. They're not, are they? Really? They've had a week off now too. Man United. They've been having to play a lot of matches, but this is the first week when they've had a full week to prepare.
What did you guys think of that Europa League match?
Bournemouth are on the beach as well.
What did you guys think of that Europa League match, Nick? You know, that crazy one.
I had to go out before the end and I missed it all.
Oh, yeah. It's so...
1-0 when I went out.
It was nuts. But I
couldn't believe it. It's unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's been some big European turnarounds and drama. I always loved that about European football. I was thinking after, like, I don't know, it's something about the 2-leg setup, but you never quite seem to get that same drama outside of European games. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you mean.
But I that actually made me think I've got to have someone from Bournemouth because they are so open at the back and yeah. Okay, I'll try and justify my own picks. I mean, I'll tell you what. I mean, I guess one thing is I didn't mean to click on that. I've got 2 Newcastle defenders. That's just because I have more confidence that they will start compared to the mids, and also I don't know. I fancy us for a clean sheet in that one.
What's up with the lap? I know he didn't play against Arsenal. Do we know how long he's out for?
I don't know. We can have a look. It won't have.
Yeah,
Somebody got sent off as well. Davis is missing as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, he got sent off. Yeah, he got sent off.
He
got
did.
sent off.
Apologies.
Yeah. So he's a part of their attack, isn't he?
So that's a good chance to. I mean, I'm not against Pope either because one of you had Pope, didn't you? Nick, you had Pope. I mean, I'd happily.
I wanted one defender.
I'd happily switch Livramento and bring Pope in, but
I mean, because I want Trent, so it kind of makes sense for me to have Pope, so I can fit Trent in rather than having a Newcastle defender. But Livramento could get decent points. So could Trippier, couldn't they?
Yeah.
And Bremo, I was just same as Tom. I think Forest defence is not, and he's been.
I've only got him in by default, really. I haven't looked at it much. I just thought I'll stick with Bremo in. I mean, I might not go with him, but
he's been a
they're
month.
not very good away, are they? Has he been good away lately?
He's been a month. He's been a month.
There was a time where...
Sorry, Nick.
Yeah, no, he's been. Because early in the season they were rubbish away from home, weren't they? Maybe they've changed since then.
Goal and assist away to Leicester, 26. Assist away to Bournemouth. I mean, he's not as good, but he goal against Newcastle in game week 30. I mean, he's just been amazing. 18 goals and 7 assists. I mean, that's what was Tony's record? He didn't
It's risky not having him, I guess, isn't it? Because he's going to be very highly owned in that.
Yeah, he's just been so good. I mean, you know, when everyone was saying like Tony's leaving, you know, he's irreplaceable. I mean, they haven't missed him at all. It's great. I reckon he'll probably surpass. I think Tony's, what is it? Did he get 21, 22 last his best season? I reckon in Burmo could pass that by the end of the season, and he's got the assists as well. I think he's been amazing.
I think I'll keep him. So if I didn't get him, I'd probably end up with Luis Diaz or somebody, and he might not even start as well.
Well, I've got him on my bench. You reckon he's going to start?
You know, Bremo's going to start, don't you?
Yeah. Do you reckon Diaz will start, Tom? Because you've got.
Yeah, he's played back-to-back 90s. So I'd probably back him to start.
Because didn't I heard
not 90 minutes, though, is he? He's going to be off after 70 or whatever, isn't he?
I heard Andy saying that their current front three that they've been playing is like the front three. He reckons they're like the permanent, well, not the permanent, the current top front three. So there's no reason they wouldn't start. And Diaz and Salah and is it Jota's the other one in that?
Yeah,
I'm not sure.
it is.
Yeah. Well, what about a Jota punt? Would either you be up for that?
I just don't think he sees good enough minutes for me to probably risk it.
I think with Bremo's all right because people not on a free hit, most of them don't have him, do they? So
I think I've convinced you of him, Burma. That was my narrative. That's the first.
He was in my team, but yeah, I'll just keep him. At least he plays the whole match and penalties.
Do you not like Welbeck then, Nick?
Other thing is Forest might be distracted by the FA Cup as well, mightn't they?
Nick, what do you think about Welbeck? 'Cause we've both got him in.
Yeah, I mean, Pedro's suspended, isn't he? So he's obviously going to play. So, yeah, I mean, it's a good pick, I think, isn't it?
I mean, I'd prefer
Between
to.
him and Wood for me.
Yeah, I'd prefer to have Woodin, but my team value's not
Actually,
great.
having said what I just said about the FA Cups, making me think maybe I should get off Wood.
The fixtures after the FA Cup as well. It's like the weekend. They have the full weekend, and then Forest Brentford's the Thursday.
So when's this game again? This game coming up then? Is this game on like Sunday or something? Is it this?
Which one? The Forest
These
Brentford
ones
one?
here.
So yeah, if you look at the fixtures,
Have we got a whole week before the FA Cup?
so you've got the FA Cup this weekend, but Forest Brentford is on the Thursday.
Oh, ages. Absolutely.
Oh,
ages.
hang on. Is the FA Cup? Is the FA Cup before game week 34? No, it's after. It's after.
I assume the FA. I don't know.
Let me get the fixtures out. I think there's a whole week, isn't there? But after game week 34, before the FA Cup.
Not sure. So what do you reckon for a potential? I'm going to throw one out there. Darwin pick, or is he injured?
I'd rather not.
Is Gakpo been playing every week?
Gapco, yeah, that's a good point. All right, lads,
He hasn't done much lately, though, has he?
Lads, so I will get my team up again because I forgot to get you to rate my free hit teams. So, what do you reckon, lads? Be nice.
I'd go 7. I'll go 7.
7.
Yeah, I'm going 6. I don't like Clive.
6, just because of Clive. What else don't you like?
I don't know why. I don't know why I don't like Clive. I mean, he's probably pretty popular, isn't he? But
what if I went for Semenyo?
Bournemouth are on the beach. I can't be. They haven't been playing that well lately, have they?
No, they haven't been. And you reckon Livermore might be rotated? You said as well, didn't you?
Well, I don't think he will be, but he could be, couldn't he? But you've probably got a good replacement on your bench anyway. But it may be he might not start and come on, or don't know. I'm just guessing. But I mean, they got smashed in their last match, didn't they? I mean, he couldn't really start Gordon after he came back from injury because the others were playing so well and they were winning every game. Because they got smashed at the weekend and he got criticised for not rotating or whatever, it's the ideal time to bring Gordon in, I think.
I've got a bit of reaction to Darwin. Roberto says Darwin surely not. Mojito says Darwin could be an interesting once Liverpool win the title. What do you think of that, lads? And William gives my draft 7. Thanks, William.
I think they're going to get rid of him, aren't they, in the summer? Maybe they won't.
Yeah, that's what I was under the assumption of as well. He's going.
Where to? Any idea?
Anyone that'll take him, I guess.
He's 100 million, weren't he? I mean, he wasn't a cheap.
He wasn't cheap.
He wasn't cheap, was he? Weren't cheap at all. So let's do some predictions. So
it's before the FA Cup's on. I'm confused. When are these fixtures this week? Are they this weekend?
Yeah, well, that makes sense because that's why they're blanking this week, isn't it?
It's on the 28th of April's the FA Cup.
Yeah, that's why they're not playing this weekend, doesn't it, Trig? Thinking about it, that makes logical sense. My logical sense part of my brain doesn't work when I'm live streaming.
They are playing this weekend, though, aren't they?
No, that's why we're free hitting, isn't it? Because Villa, etc., aren't playing.
Yeah, but Forest are.
Forest are.
Because I've got Chris Wood in my team.
Okay, but they're not playing till Thursday.
Ah, okay, that's what it is. They're a week behind.
Yeah. So lads, what?
Okay, so it's after the FA Cup.
Let's do our predictions. So we'll go. Tom, what do you reckon? First,
I was
don't worry, Nick's on my way. Just generally in life. Tom, what do you reckon? Chelsea versus Everton, first game to kick us off. So we've got 8 games this week, haven't we? 8.
Yeah. I'm going to say you never back the early kickoff, so I'm going to go Everton 1-0 win.
Wow. Okay.
What?
Any justification for that?
I just think Chelsea have been really poor recently, and I do feel like they might want to get rid of Maresca in the summer.
Yeah, there's starting to rumours about that.
Definitely getting rid of Maresca in the summer.
And I think players just might down tools. I genuinely think some players might just down tools, and
they've still got a chance of top 5 though. I mean, we beat Fulham the other day.
Yeah, I just can't see past Chelsea at the moment. I just think they're really, really poor.
Nick?
2-1 to Chelsea.
2-1 Chelsea. I'm going to go because he's in my team. 4-1 Chelsea, and Palmer to get a goal. His confidence returns, and he goes and gets like 2 goals and 2 assists.
That game in Europe was grim the other day when they lost at home to Copenhagen. That was pathetic.
Definitely.
Palmer was playing in that match too.
Brighton West Ham. Nick, what do you reckon for this one?
It's a tricky one, this one, isn't it? I'll say 1 each.
1 each.
Could be high scoring too, though. Brighton, there's a lot of goals in Brighton's games.
Tom?
Yeah, I don't think either of them can defend, so I'm going to go 2-2.
2-2. Yeah, I can't really pick a clear winner here. I mean, neither of them are really playing for anything either. Brighton, could they still maybe get sneaky Europa League spot? I'm not sure.
No, they're going right down. They're lower half of the table now.
Are they? Okay, I'll go 1-1 as well then. I'll go 1-1. Okay, Newcastle Ipswich. I'll go first with this one. They're my team. I've got to back a clean sheet considering I've got 2 of them. I'll go, but I don't fancy us to score that many. I'll go 2-0 Newcastle, especially if Delap's 3.
3-0.
I mean, we can be a really like Jekyll and Hyde team like that. I couldn't believe we were so poor against Villa.
Ipswich aren't down yet, are they? Theoretically, I think.
Well,
I mean, Leicester played really well the other day, though, didn't they? When they were trying to stave off relegation.
What do you reckon, Tom?
I think I agree with Nick. I think I'm going to go 3-0 Newcastle.
3-0. Fair play. Southampton Fulham. What do you reckon to that one, Tom?
I'm going to go 2-1 Fulham. Even though I've got double Fulham defence, I can just see that the big lad they've got up top, Owenachu, I think it's pronounced. I can just see him scoring again in the 90th minute, denying everybody a nice Fulham clean sheet. It's just got it all over it.
Just like he did for my Kilman one last.
my Areola on the bench boost ruined because of him.
Yeah, I'll go the same as you. That sounds about right. Nick?
2 each.
2 each. Okay.
Yeah.
Southampton. I mean, what have they got? I think they've got to get 3 points to avoid the worst ever. Oh no, but they'd have got one of their points at the weekend, wouldn't they? So 2 points to avoid Derby.
They just need one. Currently level with Derby on 11.
Okay, that's got to be a bit of a motivating factor, isn't it? They'll probably be on the beach once they get to like that
12 points, and then they'll go. That's it, lads. See you next season.
We've done so well. Well done for not being. I'd prefer to be part of the worst ever Premier League team than be part of the second one. At least I can say, like, people interview me then, like, later in my career. Yeah, I was part of that shit. Okay, Wolves versus Leicester. Nick, what do you think to this one?
2-1 to Wolves.
2-1 to Wolves. Couple of goals for Cunha.
Nothing for Nouri because we're all bringing him in. Guarantees he blanks.
Tom?
I'm going to go bold here. I'm going to go 5-0 Wolves.
5-0. What's behind?
So you're captain in Cunha, then,
No, I reckon all the goals are going to be like spread out, but there will be none of the FPL players that anyone has. So it'll be like Strand Larson, because everyone will pick Cunha. So Strand Larson hat-trick straight off the bat. It'll be a random defender that scores, and then I guarantee one of the many Portuguese midfielders that they've got lining up, he'll just grab one from the bench somewhere.
I mean, we didn't really talk about captain. We were all on Salah. Do you reckon that's?
Yeah, I don't know if I am. I haven't decided yet.
Okay. Well, who would be your alternative if you?
Again, there's Isaac. There's so many this week. I think if you're chasing, it's a great opportunity to find a differential this week. I'm just going to pick the most popular one, whoever that turns out to be. But if you're after a differential, there's some great choices, aren't there?
Yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, Cunha, goodness knows what Cunha might do. Mind you, Leicester played pretty well the other day, I thought.
Yeah, I mean,
They seem to have improved a little bit.
I guess Salah's like maybe if you want to be safe, then you go Salah. But like if you're top 10k, yeah, you want to keep there. But otherwise, maybe it is a week to go. But Spurs have been so bad, haven't they? As well,
They have, but they've had Europa League. They've had such short turnarounds. But this week they've got a full week off, haven't they? Monday away at Liverpool, and the manager's going anyway, isn't he? So,
hello, Ricky.
You've got to back Salah, I think.
Liam. Say hello to Liam and Ricky in the chat. Liam's also calling out Roberto's match of the day challenge. Yeah. So Bournemouth versus Man United. Actually, Tom. What do you reckon to this one?
I'm going to go 3-0 to Bournemouth. I've just looked at the head-to-head records of these two sides. Bournemouth are actually unbeaten in 3 against Manchester United. And have beat them twice at Old Trafford 3-0 within those as well.
Wow, awesome.
So, I just think Bournemouth will roll them.
Nick,
I'll go 1-0 Man United.
Wow, really?
Yeah, I don't think they're as bad as people think they are.
What have you seen in them that you must be seeing something like that?
I just
other
don't think
people
they're
can't
that bad.
see?
They've had a week off this week. Like I said, there's a lot of these teams that have had so many fixtures, and they've had a few players cut back, haven't they? No, I think Man United are going to win. I think they're going to get a bit of confidence from knocking Leon out.
You made me panic so much when you said that Mazraoui was out of the last game. Remember, you commented on the video, and I was, oh my god, and then I was like, it was just precaution.
Was he out?
No, he started in the end. I mean, he only bloody got me 2 points on the bench boost anyway.
I think he came off at half time, didn't he?
I can't remember. I'll go 3-0. No, 2-0. 2-0. 2 goes
I'm
for.
surprised he didn't start against Leon because he's like so much Champions League experience, and they didn't even start him against Leon.
Who?
Mazraoui.
Didn't they? I thought they did and took him off at half time.
I don't think they did. Or maybe they did. Maybe I've got it wrong. Did
I
they
think
take
it was
him off?
Yeah, because I think that's why you commented. I think it was because he had some family issues or something.
Is that what it was?
I think so. It was weird because there was another player they took off as well. I can't remember. Another one of their players also had family issues, and it was like, I don't know. It was a bit weird that they both had family issues at the same time. Maybe they were.
Yeah, something going on.
Something going on. Okay, Liverpool Spurs. I'm gonna go 3-0. So you guys said they could win the title this weekend, so I reckon they'll do it in style. 3-0. Salah hat trick, Trent not to start, and Bradley to start, just to.
No way.
Tom?
I'm gonna go 5-2 to Liverpool. I think they're really gonna go out in some style.
I think if they get an early goal, they're going to smash them. If they don't, then they're going to get all jittery. They don't need to get jittery, but they look a bit tense in their last couple of matches, haven't they? They've been a bit tense.
Mm.
But they weren't very good against Leicester the other day.
No.
Yeah, I'll go 3-0 to Liverpool.
3-0. Fair play. And then it's a big bloody break there, isn't it? Sunday to Thursday, Nottingham Forest versus Brentford.
That's why I got confused about the fixtures. So it's after the FA Cup games.
Nick, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? Not Forest versus Brentford.
So it's after the FA Cup. So they're not going to be rotating people, are they? So I'll go Forest 2-0.
Forest 2. I mean,
Makes me wonder why I've got Mbeumo in my team. But
remind me, that's my brain's gone. Are they playing? No, who are they playing in the cup? Is it Man City?
Playing... No, I think Villa are playing City, aren't they? Forest must be playing. No, I got it wrong. No, Villa are playing Palace.
And I think it's.
So they're playing Man
Forest.
City. Yeah, they're playing Man City.
So they could be like, I don't know, they could be like on the greatest moment of their lives, having qualified for the FA Cup, or they could be like on the biggest downer ever. You know what I mean? If they've gone out.
Yeah, but they do need to win for the top 5, though, don't they? So
True.
they've got something to play for.
So what was your score here, Nick?
2-0 to Forest.
2-0. Tom?
Yeah, I think I'm going to kind of back up the point you said there about obviously them winning the FA Cup game, getting to the FA Cup final. I've actually coined this little term for it. It's called the Sydney Sweeney effect.
Okay.
I don't know if you know who she is, but she's like a really.
Oh yeah, I do know. I'm watching White Lotus.
He thinks we're too old. He thinks we're too old to know.
I'm just making sure.
Sorry, Tom. I'm watching.
Go on.
I'm watching
White.
White.
Rise is always on about her.
I'm watching the first series of White Lotus at the minute, where she's supposed to be playing like a 17-year-old, but I think even then she was like 24. She's gorgeous though. She's gorgeous though. Anyway, sorry, mate.
Exactly. So the effect is, imagine if you went on a date with her, say Saturday night, then you've got to get up for another date on Sunday with kind of, let's say, like a 5 or a 6. It's not going to be at the same level as it was of the date of Sydney Sweeney, was it? So that's kind of the effect, and it is quite present in football. You see it a lot where teams have a big day out, then they go to, like, in this case, Brentford. And
I'll have another Sydney Sweeney effect. Sorry, Nick. You go out with her and you get a shag, i.e. you win. Right, you're so over the moon. Whatever happens to you in the rest of the week doesn't mean anything. Whereas if you go out and you get, she doesn't want to shag you, and she stands you up and she walks out in the first 5 minutes, you don't care what happens either because you're too upset. So either way, it's the same. Sorry, Nick.
One problem could be extra time and penalties, couldn't it? I'm thinking about Chris Wood now. It's on the Thursday, and if it goes to extra time and that against City, they could be pretty tired, couldn't they, by the time that game comes around?
Well, they'll have...
It's kind of putting me off Chris Wood. And the other thing is, of course, it's a fixture, isn't it? Like, he could get injured or something.
Possibly.
Whereas Welbeck isn't going to get injured. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So I think I might swerve Chris Wood just on the. You've got the fact there could be extra time. They could be tired. He could pick up an injury. Like you said, they might be depressed or overly happy, so I think I might swerve it. Either get Strand Larsen or Welbeck or somebody else.
That's a good point. So Tom, you said, did you give your score for this time?
I don't think I did give a score, but I think I'm going to go 3-1 Brentford.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. That's quite different.
Up the Sydney Sweeney.
In literally and non-literally.
Yeah.
I will go. I'll go with Tom on this one, particularly if I'm starting in Burmo. I'll go 2-1 Brentford. 2-1 Brentford. Awesome. Okay. Anything of interest in the chat, Tom?
No, people just talking about captaincy, really. 4 games on telly in the UK being criminal. I mean, it is criminal, to be
Is
honest.
that all you get? Is that all you get to
What?
watch?
Yeah. What are the games
Yeah.
on today? Are they on TNT? Or
I
Sky?
don't know what these ones are on for. They might not even be on.
Rashford set the post.
Oh,
I wouldn't mind them scoring, actually, because a lot of people got double Man City defence.
it's on Sky today. Today's game.
So I had a quick couple of questions I was going to ask you guys before we finished. Nick, you've suddenly started making wonderful walk-along videos inspired by Steve. I was just wondering if you could talk us through how they've been, and you've been enjoying them.
I was definitely inspired by Steve-O. I just wanted to see if I could do one. And I was just walking back from a gym one day with a phone in my hand and thought, I know what I'd do. I'd click the video button and start waffling on. And then I stuck it on YouTube and it did quite well. So I just made another one in Wellington the other day.
I'll go
So
back.
easy to do.
I'll go back and watch that one now. I know your bench boost
They're
and
hard,
shit.
though. They are hard to do because you're like looking around trying to think of something to talk about where you're trying to talk about FPL at the same time. And it's not that easy.
Oh, Steve-O
does a good job.
Steve-O's literally just commented.
Is he here?
He's here. We were just literally talking about. You caught us towards the end, Steve-O. We literally just talking about Trigger copying your vlog style. Not copying. But you know what Steve-O's like. He's like, I invented this. The problem. I was going to do one after I was going to do one and say, yeah, I'm catching on with the fashion now. But all I've got around my area is like, you know, council estates and bins. So I'd be like zooming in on a piece.
Yeah, but even that's interesting, though, isn't it? Just seeing them is interesting.
Maybe I did do a few parody videos of Steve-O on Twitter. A few. Have you ever thought of doing any FPL walking vlogs, Tom?
Not really. I think I might give it a go though. There's some nice like lakes and reservoirs around me, so I might have to give it a go. Mix up the content.
You're in Leeds. You're in Leeds,
just do a private one and see what it looks like.
Yeah. Why not?
You're in Leeds, aren't you, Tom?
Yeah. Just like on the outskirts of Leeds. So there's lots around here to go and see, I guess.
And I was also going to ask, guys. Sorry, Nick.
I just thought I was going to get loads of weird looks off people and everything, but everyone was really friendly when I was doing it, all waving and and laughing and.
I think people are used to it now, aren't they? People talking to themselves essentially.
I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know if you're on your phone or whatever. I just thought people think I was trying to film them or whatever and get annoyed, but nobody has so far.
I remember one day. Should I tell this story? Yeah, we saw Chris Eubank. This was before the days of wireless headphones. We saw him walking up. He's in Brighton. We saw him walking up and down the beach. Me and my mate basically saying like, oh, buy, sell. And then he came in and we noticed that his headphone wasn't plugged into his mobile, so he was basically just talking to himself. Which is the most Chris Eubank thing you could actually possibly do. Tom, I was going to say as well, how's the so anyone who doesn't know, Tom's got a second channel. Do you want to plug it, Tom? Not that billions of people are watching this, but
no, it's fine.
How's that going, mate? Because you had well, tell us about the channel, and then I'll ask you about the big video.
Yeah. It's going really well. Filmed 2 videos over the bank holiday weekend. So I went to Bradford on Thursday. That video's up and doing all right.
Oh, nice.
And then I went to Bury on the Saturday where they won promotion. And there was quite a lot of other content creators there. So it was good to meet like other people that do similar sort of stuff. But I got home and my SD card corrupted.
Oh, no.
I lost all my footage, and honestly, Saturday night was not a good place.
No, but
I was fuming, but it's one of those things. You got to roll with the punches and just get back up, I guess. But more content this weekend. Might see a promotion. Then back to Bradford for the final day. Again, might see another promotion, and then off to Sweden next month for Malmo. So
So
it should be
basically,
decent.
they're like experience, like the match day experience, basically, aren't they?
Yeah.
So how do people know to go and look at it, if you know what I mean? If you just start a new channel where no one knows you,
It's all just through like YouTube recommendations, to be honest.
You got about
Like
1,500 subscribers on there, haven't you?
Yeah, so like some people came over from the FPL stuff, but not like many. It was about 100 subs I started with off the back of just the FPL stuff alone. But the first video I ever uploaded got to 75k.
What was that?
But it wasn't.
That's great.
It was again in Sweden. Like for some reason, I'm massive in Sweden. They love me over there. I don't know why.
It's the blonde highlights. They love a bit of blonde.
Exactly. It's the perm I've gone for. They're absolutely obsessed with a short, stocky boy from the Midlands with a perm. They can't get enough of it. But yeah, that took like a month to take off. Really, it started off where it was stuck on like 900 views for like a month, and then one night I just checked my phone and it was like, I don't know what's happening here. It was just going like mental.
That's crazy. And you had a big one, which was you said you were telling us before we started recording. It was the
It was the Stockholm Derby, yeah. Honestly, if anybody wants to go and experience like a different football culture, I'd highly recommend heading out to Sweden because number one, everyone speaks English, so it's really easy to just get round and navigate. But number two, it's just cheap. Like I think the tickets we paid for the Derby were like 20 quid.
Really?
And that's one of their biggest games of the season in like the best stadium. So imagine like trying to like in this country getting tickets for the say like the Manchester Derby or the North London Derby for 20 quid.
Yeah.
You're dreaming. It's not happening. And then you've got like the fans, which are just incredible. They're always singing throughout the full 90. The game we went to, it got abandoned at one point because they were lighting shirts on fire and firing flares into the ceiling and stuff like that. It's just a whole different culture, which I think this country doesn't really have. Like if you see people singing or dancing or trying to do anything different at the club, they usually get mocked or like posted on social media like, oh, look at these idiots or whatever. But over there, it's like free will, do whatever you want. And it does make a really good atmosphere and obviously really good videos as well that people enjoy.
Yeah.
When I was living in Greece, I used to go and watch matches in Greece and it's just insane. The crowd would have these massive fences. We went to like a local game. It was just a real local game, like 5,000 people or whatever. And they had these big fences up. And I'm like, why are the fences there? And then the match started and they're all jumping up on them, shaking. And every time anyone was there, like waves of spit going onto the play. It was absolute madness, you know. Crazy. We had to leave at half time. So my mate was a Scouser and he go, Everton, Everton. And the whole ground went silent. And next minute, all this wave of spit was coming all over us. And the group next to me goes, you better get out. So we went off quick and we got outside and my mate picked this brick up to like pretend to throw it at them because they were all on the bars and looking at. And next thing, they're all running out the blooming stadium after us. And that was just like a local match.
See that
it's a totally different experience to matches in the UK.
That would make a great video. Just like you just got like spit suddenly come over the camera.
Oh, it's ridiculous. I've never seen anything like it.
Lads, I said we would. I promise you we'd finish by 1:15 so you can both go and enjoy the football. Thank you so much for joining me. Anything you'd like to say before we finish, Tom?
No, thank you for having me on again, mate. Hopefully you hit
Cheers
1K subs. I'll just keep pushing people your way because the content that you make on the channel is brilliant. All the interview stuff, there's some great ones on here. So if people have come over from my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button. And like I said, let's get you to 1K by the end of the season.
Cheers, mate. That'd be great. Nick, any final words before we finish up?
I can't think of any really. Just what Tom just said, and great stream as usual.
Nick, could you say
And,
could you say if you want to sign up for channel membership?
Hang on. There's been a goal.
Oh.
Oh, not Bernardo Silva.
Oh.
No one owns him.
Nobody. No, not even an assist.
Oh.
Nick, I wanted to see if I could clip you saying, if you want to join Gap, please sign up to memberships from Gary's channel, pressing the join button. Any
I was
chance?
going to say that, and I think you should give me honorary membership. The amount of times I've been on this show,
I probably
not giving you 99p a month.
Okay, thank you. Thanks so much for joining, Nick and Tom. Nick, I'm going to try and probably get you on again maybe before the end of the season if you're up for it. We've got you got to have me on your channel. Any have you figured out it moved any closer to getting a stream on?
No, I haven't even thought about doing like 2-person one or anything, or even doing a live one. I haven't even done a live one yet.
I'm gonna.
Maybe I'll save that for next season.
A tutorial. I'm going to give you a tutorial. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe to help me get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the season. It would be great if you could do that. Please like to help get the video out there. And thank you so much for joining, and enjoy